Welcome to Moto Tune, guys. How's it going with you all? So been with the FZ25 for 2 weeks now, and I have to say this motorcycle is a good motorcycle. It's not the best, but definitely it's one of the best out there in this segment, competing with the 200 and the 250cc motorcycles. This is an oil-cooled engine, 250cc, produces 20 bhp and 20 newton meters of torque. Well, it may seem less on the paper, but in real world the whole story is different. The engine actually works pretty well. Unless and until you rev the hell out of the engine, it is going to work however you want it to be. This motorcycle is best in the mid-range and the low. Nothing to talk about in the upper range in the RPM, because there's hardly any top end in this motorcycle. It revs out around 9000 RPM and that's about it. Well, it's not something which you will take on the track every day, and Yamaha knows that very well. If you rev out this engine, it is going to run out of breath at around 8000, 8500, and after that there is absolutely no point. Neither it will go, you will hit the limiter really quick, and that's about it. The gearbox is fine, it's not clunky, but I hope it gets better with time, though sometimes it's a pain to shift from third to second to first, but that's not always. It happens only once in like 5 times, so twice in 10. So it's that kind of a gearbox, though it's very precise. The shifts are very precise, no doubt whatsoever. About the fuel efficiency, this motorcycle is returning me over 40. This is because of spirited riding, 35.6. That's plenty good for a 250cc motorcycle, honestly. I have seen motorcycles 200cc get EM which give us 25. This gives me 36 even with spirited riding, so what's bad? Let's come to the tires and the frame and the suspension setup. The suspension is quite firm on this motorcycle. It is not soft, neither it's very balanced. It's quite firm. The front is fine, but the rear is too firm. So firm that you actually, when you go over undulations while cornering, it actually feels nervous. I think it's the same setup from the FZ16, so they should have given newer suspension setup here. 43mm or 41mm forks at the front, telescopic, normal side up, and the rear gets a monoshock. And as I mentioned, it is not very comfortable either. The seats are hard and this overall ride is stiff. It is not balanced. Well, you might think it's stiff, so look at that. You might think it's stiff, so it will be a great handler, but that's not the case. The tires are pretty flat profile, they are not rounded, so you reach the edge too soon and the tire starts losing grip. Not the front, the rear. So I'll definitely recommend changing the rear tire. And yeah, the brakes are okay, they hold up pretty well, but the bite and the feel is missing. The plastic quality of this motorcycle is very good. However, the headlight shakes a bit on undulations and on bad roads. I don't know why that happens, but it's a complaint from many owners. It has a flat handlebar. The rear view mirrors are just about okay, they are nothing great. I really miss the rear view mirrors from my Apache because they are big, wide, you can clearly see what's behind. This you can't see much. Better than the Bajaj, but not better than the TVS. The handlebar weights are very small. If they gave it a bit bigger ones, maybe the vibration would reduce by even a lot. The vibrations are not there generally, but they creep in, as I mentioned, from 4500 to 5500. I remember saying once that Yamaha was one of the best in refinements and TVS was one of the worst. But times have changed, so have the products. An RTR 200 is still the most refined 200cc or the 250cc apart from the CBR 250. Well, CBR 250 comes at a different price point altogether, but still, RTR 200 is still one of the smoothest motorcycles in this segment. This motorcycle, however, is for the city and it's a commuter motorcycle. It is not something very sporty you would expect from Yamaha. If you want a motorcycle with which you can go around in and out of the traffic in the city, go for this from Yamaha. 5-speed gearbox, not complaining, neither I want anything more. That's fair enough game for me. You actually space them properly and I do not have any problem. I'm not one of those who go on specs which are on the paper saying wow, NS has 23 bhp and this has 20. But in real life this has got a better sprocketing, better gearing with a 46 teeth at the rear. So that will definitely trump the NS 200. So yeah guys, that's about it for the FZ25.